Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little Manchester United news video for you. Latest roundup of all the latest goings on, the evening's news to do with Manchester United, lads and lasses. The club that we love, it's still a great club. It has toxic owners at the top, and we've just seen a very nice man leave the post. There's a massive uncertainty around the club at the moment, but it's still a fucking great club, and hopefully we can get back to where we belong soon. I hope you're doing well tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're going to get into it tonight. Smash the like on the video if you're just getting in here. If you haven't done so, leave a cheeky little like. Give it a share on social media if you want as well. That'd be much appreciated, lads and lasses. Hello there, everybody in here, by the way. Freddie, Dan, Sam Midgley, The Kane, Just for YouTube, Star-Lord, Nikolai, Eddie O2, Primot, Big God Bob, Connor Matthews, Bernard, Natalie Pert, Marco, Batman Night Fan, absolutely everybody in here. Thanks for joining us. Solskjaer is gone, lads and lasses. It's very sad. Did you see the interview, lads and lasses? By the way, if you nearly cried, or you did cry, smash a one in the live chat. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got a bit emotional himself, of course, at the end of the interview, and you can see the love that the man has for the football club. I wish him absolutely all the best. He's a great human. He's a great guy. He's given it his all, as he said. He gave absolutely everything for this football club. That's what he said, and I truly believe that. So it just didn't work out. It's a sad day. It's one of those things. Lots of ones coming in the live chat. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, man, what a human being. That's all I can say. Very nice man. Very sad day. I got a lump in my throat watching it. I think my brother had a little cry over in the States, and a few of you did too. Batman Night Fan says, yes, I nearly cried. Oh, Eddie O2 says, not seen the interview. Go and check it out, Eddie. Yes, he, after this one, obviously. He was very humble. I'll give you some quotes here now, actually, lads and lasses. So, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he just simply said this. He said, first of all, I want to thank the board and the owners for giving me the opportunity, because it's not for everyone, and I've had the opportunity. Yada. Bullshit to the owners. Anyway, he says, I'm so honoured and privileged to have been trusted to take the club forward, and I really hope that I leave it in a better state than when I came in. Just want to respond to that statement. I really truly believe he has left it in a much better state than when he came in, to be fair to him. He's done well in that sense, absolutely. He said, it's one of those things you dream of in your life. When you've been a player, when you've been a reserve team coach, the next job then, the only dream and the only thing you haven't done is to manage the club. And I have now. He says, it's been a ball. It's been absolutely enjoyable from the first to the last minute. So I have to thank all the players, because since I came in, they're top lads, top people. Some have come, some have gone, but all of them, they've been such an enjoyable bunch to work with. The board and the owners have backed me in terms of bringing good people in, good players in, and I think, or I know, I leave this club with a better squad. I think everyone knows I've given everything for this club. This club means everything to me. He said, I've made great friends, reconnected with some great friends, new staff coming in. I've become really good friends with the other staff that were here when I was there. We're good friends. We've connected, and that's what it's about, a club like this. With the fans, they've been amazing from day one at Cardiff until the last one now. They've been top. We'll see each other again. So there you go, Solskjaer, with a bit of his farewell. And if you watch the interview, you might get emotional. I almost just did then, just reading those quotes. I'm gonna carry on though. But get to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is gone from the club, and he leaves through the front door, like he said. He said he wants to leave through the front door. Said, I'm going to leave by the front door because I think everyone knows I've given everything for this club. So he's done the interview. Not many managers after getting sacked do an interview with the club. That's sort of the measure of the man, and he's left in the best possible terms. He's leaving. He's jovial with fans. He's hugging fans on his way out, etc. The guy's something else, man. I mean, he's definitely a great human being. Just because he's sort of failed in the end at Manchester United here this season doesn't take away from that. So there you go. Anyway, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is no longer the manager. The question is, who comes in next? So Sky Sports and a lot of different publications tonight reporting that Mauricio Pochettino is the top target to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Manchester United, lads and lasses. You what? Right, we'll get into this, guys. Do us a favour, though. Everyone who's in here, there's 100 of you legends in here. Thanks for getting in. Smash the thumbs up button. Get yourself subscribed if you're new as well. Hit that sub. We're close to 50,000 subscribers now. So if you are new, get yourself involved in the live chat. Smash that sub. It's free. Pochettino, top target to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, it's understood that Manchester United's first choice to take over as the club's manager next summer. So this isn't right now. This isn't in terms of an interim capacity or an immediate thing to happen right now. Obviously, he is actually busy managing. But the thing is, Manchester United are supposed to be very interested in Pochettino in the summer. He's obviously currently in charge of PSG. I don't really know how he's been getting on this season. All I know is Messi's barely scored any bloody goals. Got his first goal in the Farmers League the other day. Also, last season, obviously, they did fail and didn't win the League One, which is fucking shocking, really, for PSG. I mean, I'm just going to put this out here right now. I don't want Pochettino at this club either. I really don't think he's the right man to take us forward, because you look at what he's done in his career. Yeah, he has built some good teams and he has sort of done okay and he's done reasonably well. He's had a decent start about him. And that Spurs team, to be fair, at times played really good football and did do well to get to Champions League finals and things like that. But ultimately didn't win anything, and ultimately it all fell down like a house of cards anyway. So I just don't think he inspires any confidence to go and actually get this team to where it needs to be, which is challenging one of those titles, tussling with the likes of Pep and Klopp and these managers at the top of the table. I just don't see him being the one either. So if that is to be the case, I mean, okay, yeah, he's a decent coach. I get it. He's got Premier League experience. He turned Southampton into a good side and built a good team. He obviously did really well with Spurs. He's at PSG now, a big club, but doesn't inspire me or instill me with any confidence. He's just an absolute bloody lukewarm melt, basically. I want somebody who's a lot more proven, but there's just not that many candidates available. I'm just going to before I get into the next bit of news, guys, I'm just going to get into the live chat, see what you lads and lasses are thinking about this. What you think about Pochettino to United, because that is the major headline of this evening. It's going around all different news outlets that Poch is the favoured one. Primot says Poch out. It might be a bit early for that. Big God Bob says Poch the flop. Poch won the French Cup at PSG, says Connor Matthews. Do you know what I mean? Like, what has he won? It's just not impressive, is it? Like, I don't care about that. In all fairness, if you're the manager of PSG in France, and you just don't win everything, then you're a failure, in my opinion. Because, yeah, there's a couple of other decent teams in the league, but really we all know it's a one-team league, and it's a farmers' league. Some of the teams down there, fucking SC Angers and all the fucking rest of them, they're not top teams. They're fucking bang average teams. Whoever, you know, I don't even know. It's just, they're bang average. A lot of them are bang average, and so it's a farmers' league. There's not any depth or quality there, and so it's just basically PSG tussling it out with one or two other teams, really, at best. Not impressive, doesn't impress me if you win everything there. It's kind of like Brendan Rodgers in the Scottish League. Oh, he's done the Invincibles with Celtic. You're supposed to do the Invincibles with Celtic, mate. You know, like it's literally, especially at that time, it's a one-team fucking league. So, so it just doesn't impress me, guys, what Pochettino's done up until this point. Ten Hag says Tucker. Yes, we're going to get onto those links very, very shortly. Also, thank you very much for bringing it up, lad. Tonk Nash, he says, let me just clear my throat, guys. Sorry, I still got a proper Sean Dyche voice on the go at the moment. Let me have a sip of this drink. Oscar Jimenez says Eric Ten Hag was almost leaving Ajax. Well, in regards to Ten Hag, you're bringing up Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag would be a better option than Pochettino. At least he's got, proper philosophy and has, been working at Ajax for a number of years, winning things, and it's still a massive step up, though, and I don't think he's perfect in terms of experience or, having that aura around him to come into a huge club like United and get the team playing a certain way. I just don't believe that either, but I think he would probably be better because I've seen Poch quite a lot in terms of management and his teams play decent stuff, but, ultimately they fall at the last hurdle. It seems like we're just going for an Argentinian Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Might as well have just stuck with Ole Gunnar then. I do honestly believe that. So this is the, in regards to Ten Hag, though, this is basically what he's said. So Fabrizio Romano gave us an update at 7:30 p.m. And when Eric Ten Hag was asked about the Manchester United job again, this is what he said in response. He said, let me put it this way. I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything. So I don't have to worry about that at all. That's what he said to ESPN. So in terms of links, he's obviously keeping his cards close to his chest there. Maybe there truly isn't anything to discuss there. Nobody's even had the conversation yet with him. Maybe he's not on United's radar. I mean, as it is right now, guys, I'll just say give you the list. So there's a few managers that are obviously linked to the club. You've got Zidane, Pochettino, Eric Ten Hag, Luis Enrique, Brendan Rodgers, Rangnick. There's a whole list of people. We don't know who's being talked about properly in the boardroom. We understand, Zidane was a favourite. We understand Pochettino now, if you believe what Sky Sports and a lot of the other outlets are reporting, is a major candidate for us to go for in the summer anyway. So it remains to be seen who comes in between now and then. You could see maybe Rangnick come in for an interim capacity until the end of the year or until the end of the season, and then see him take some sort of a technical role at the club. That's also been discussed. But for me, out of all of them, it's still Zidane, but it seems like he's not really that realistic or available. In fact, we got a little bit more information on him. So Manchester United came back in for Zinedine apparently recently, but the answer is no. PSG wants Zidane in the short term. It cannot be ruled out that Pochettino doesn't want to finish his PSG contract. United want Pochettino is apparently the latest situation. So maybe he'd be more interested in PSG, or there's a link to the national job as well for Zinedine Zidane, or maybe he's just chilling and he doesn't actually want to come in and manage anybody. That's also a possibility. So he's not too high up on the consideration this evening anyway. Things can change quickly. If United have those talks, and they're favourable talks with Zidane and his representatives soon, maybe there could be a change and an interest in that. Laurent Blanc is also seen as a strong candidate to maybe come in and take Manchester United over in the short term for an interim capacity at the very least, and maybe he could then build on that, get the job permanently. But he's an experienced manager with a United link. You know, there's so many different possibilities and avenues that United can go down here. This is really a massive crossroads for United. It's the end of an era, guys. Solskjaer is gone. You know, the baby-faced assassin in the dugout. We got Carrick taken over for a couple of games. And now we just got a period of uncertainty. Who will we be able to get as manager of this club? At the moment, it's Pochettino, who's supposedly in the hot seat for the summer. I don't want that personally. I would find that very uninspiring. Okay, let's get into live chat again, see what you guys think about this then. Oh, sorry, I've just been rambling away, haven't I? Over 200 of you legends in here, nearly at 100 likes. Keep smashing the like button if you have not done so. Appreciate everyone who's done that. Leave a cheeky little free like and get your opinions in the chat now. Sean Deitch in says, low fat, mo fat. Dude, my voice is just like Sean Deitch's this evening. Sean Deitch is going to be the new Manchester United manager, that's right. Watch out, we're going to be doing training sessions with tea trays and the lot. Just for YouTube, how you doing tonight? CCR2971 says, Pig, Maguire slab doesn't care about the club. He's taking the piss. Hang on, did you see this slab? Put a little Instagram story on last night. I think I saw it going around social media. I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong, but the way the post was describing it is that Maguire was basically just at some fucking nightclub or something with a mate smiling, and there's a picture of him and he's smiling with his mate. Now I don't know if that's taken after the game or whatnot, but still, it's a bit piss poor if he's put that on his fucking Insta story after Solskjaer's fucking been taken. Maguire went out, says Batman Knife, and that is a disgrace, isn't it? I saw the picture of Slabby Maguire. I saw him with his mate smiling. I cannot believe it. So Maguire went out after that defeat. You know what? Whose captain is he? He throws the armband on the floor. He gets himself sent off needlessly, costs us the game, costs Solskjaer his job, and then goes out fucking smiling with his mate. Goes out fucking smiling and posting it on Instagram. Are you serious? This guy is not my captain. He's not my centre-back. I want him out the club. And watch this. Check this out, guys. He's got the audacity as well to post something like this as well. Look. He said he posted this earlier on. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, piss off, Slabby Maguire. He says, you signed me for the best club in the world and gave me the biggest honour in football. Why you make it all about you, Slabby, for a start? He says, huge respect and forever grateful. Thank you for everything, boss. Legend. Oh, fucking make it all about you. Anyway, no, seriously, but he's got the audacity to say this. Say, oh, thank you. Huge respect, forever grateful. Thanks for signing me and giving me that big fucking contract. And I'll just play like absolute ass for you and get sent off in key moments and just make errors all season long and essentially probably have one of the biggest inputs into Solskjaer actually getting the sack this season. Maguire's performances this season have been nothing short of absolutely gastastic. He's been completely disgraceful from day one this season. So, man, if I was him, I would have just shut up, sat in the bloody room, rocking yourself to sleep like fucking mankind, and just kept your head down for a couple of weeks. I know it's a big slab and it's hard to miss, but just fucking keep your head down, lad. Don't go out partying with your mate, posting it on Instagram. Gungshi says, what a wanker. Great description, Gungshi. It's a great description. I had to get that out, guys. It's been bugging me. I mean, Slabby Maguire's a disgrace to this club. He really is. He is a massive disgrace to his club. I mean, and to a lesser extent recently here, this man, look, we've got Paul Pogba says, all the best, boss, thanks for all the good moments, you know. To be fair, I think Pogba did enjoy having Solskjaer as his manager. I think them two got on well, especially compared to Jose, especially compared to, you know, the previous sort of, you know, management that he obviously had under Jose. It was quite volatile. So I think he did get a lot out of Pogba compared to Jose. I think just Pogba's an inconsistent player and that's how it goes. But to a lesser extent, I'd say that he also failed Solskjaer this season as well. But to a lesser extent, Maguire's definitely in the shithouse for me. Yes, indeed, Kunchi. Crying for his mommy. Get Rio Ferdinand as manager, says Asha Katana. There's no credentials there, though. That's the thing. I mean, I love Rio. You know, he's a great pundit. I love the guy. I think he's just a really nice person as well. But you know what? Not really the right fit for United. He's not got that management. We need somebody with a proper management experience here, not somebody who's just played for United now. We've already tried that recently. We tried to sort of promote from within. Ole Gunnar only had experience at Molde and Cardiff before United. We tried. And it sort of hasn't worked. We need somebody with that proven winner's record, and somebody who's just like got an ego, a big personality, can come and slap everyone about and say, Slappy Maguire, that's it, you're done. The only thing you're going to be utilised for is when we take you on holidays down the beach, I'm going to use you as a fucking human surfboard. That's basically the only fucking time we need you, Slappy. Otherwise, just sit down and shut up and run your contract out before we'll try and sell you. We need somebody to come in and just be real and just drop the melters and say, hey, Fred, who are you, my friend? Cartoon character, we're going to swap you for fucking Barney Rubble, mate. Let's see you later on. You know, we need somebody to be a bit ruthless and come in and try and change things and say, hey, you're not good enough. Let's give you a chance, Donny van der Beek or whoever it may be. I think you'll see that. If the right manager comes in, I could really see an instant turnaround, because there's players like Jadon Sancho. If you just unleash Jadon Sancho to the best of his abilities, which we haven't seen yet, and get the best out of him, I'm sure in a system that he will favour, I think Jadon could just instantly be great. You've also got, Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes. If he's performing in the right system, he's just an absolute colossus. So the right manager coming in with the right system, right tactics, could definitely do the job and get this team to perform pretty quickly, I think. But they'd have to get rid of some of the usual suspects that don't perform, like Harry Maguire, like Fred, McTominay. There's a few more, you know. They'd have to drop the certain key players that are not good enough. And if they came in and they left Slabby Maguire with the captain's armband, or they left Maguire in the centre-back position and Fred and McTominay in the midfield, then it would be a disgrace. Like Michael Carrick, let's show a little bit of bottle then, Michael Carrick. Lad, are you going to give... I mean, Maguire's got a suspension for the next Prem game, right, I believe, so... No, he's not going to be featuring in that one, but I'd love to see a little bit of bottle from Carrick here to say, you know what, let's give it Ronaldo, because you're not fit to be captain, lad. Southwestern Eagle, hello again. He says, Ronaldo has experience. He could be a good captain for your team. Spot on. There's a few good candidates. I mean, even David De Gea would be better. Bruno Fernandes would be definitely better. And 100% like you say, Ronaldo is a leader proven for club and country for years. Why wouldn't you give the captain's armband to Ronaldo? Plus, in terms of time at the club, yeah, it was in another spell, but he's got experience at this club as well. He's a character and a big personality in this club history. So definitely Ronaldo would be a great candidate for captain. What a leader, man. Who would you want representing your team as captain? It's Slabby Maguire or Ronaldo. Who is your Man United captain, guys? Let me know in the live chat. Do have your say. I have watched Ollie's farewell interview, Sir Paul Scholes. I have, and it was very, very sad, my friend. You know, he's such a nice man, isn't he? The smiling face. He's a beautiful human, man. And I just wish him very good luck. Hey there, Ellie. How you doing, Ellie? Good to see you in here tonight as well. Assad Khalid, Harrison Bew, Account CB's in here, comments and says, Blanc for interim, or Ragnick, then Ten Hag, or Ancelotti for long term. Zidane doesn't want a job. You know what? Carlo Ancelotti would actually... it's actually not a bad idea in the future. He's a really great manager, proven. He's a bit of a mafioso type character, though. But you know what? We could definitely do worse. It's not inspirational for me, though. He has managed some of our rivals in the past as well. It's not as bad as like a Liverpool scummer, though. Like some people actually want Brendan Rodgers, which is just mental to me. It's not as bad as that, but it's still pretty bad. I kind of would like to go with somebody a bit fresh who's not been tarnished by the gash of one of our big rival clubs, to be fair. Hey, thank you for the super chat here, Eddie Trooper lad. Eddie Trooper 666 says, let's face it, Jeff in row 3 of the Stretford end would be a better captain than the Slab. I mean, yes, absolutely, Eddie Trooper lad. You're right about that. What is he trying to do? Just piss everybody off? Like, literally takes the armband off after being sent off needlessly and then just chucks it on the ground. Where's the respect? Where's the respect for the armband? You know, just go over and hand it to Cristiano Ronaldo like a grown-up. Don't chuck it on the ground like a little petulant melt. You're the one who got yourself in that position anyway. You haven't been hard done by. You've just had an individual mare and got sent off. Man the fuck up, Harry. It is so annoying, isn't it? Thank you so much, Eddie Trooper lad. I hope you are doing well. Keep your thoughts getting in here, guys. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Have your say. Sorry for Manager Pig, says Luke Cooper. I mean, not for me, my friend. Not for me, Luke Cooper. Volatility. I don't see the Glazers ever going for anybody like that, to be fair. Mike getting in here with a $7.99 Aussie Dozzy dollar super chat, mate. Thank you so much for getting in here. Nice one, Mike. He says, "G'day, Pig. Hope you're feeling better, mate. Feel sad for Ollie, but it wasn't working. Who's your first choice manager, mate? Varane for captain. Hey, that's not a bad shout either. I forgot about him. Rafael Varane's another good captain candidate. Thank you, everyone, for getting your thoughts in. Ishmael says Ronaldo as well. A few people getting their thoughts in. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, that's actually not a bad shout, is it? Rafael Varane has got leadership qualities. He is a captain. You know, he has got experience. He's 29. He's in his peak. He's in his prime. I do like a centre back being a captain. I just don't like slabbing to Maguire being the captain. So, not a bad shout there, Mr. Mike. Yeah, not a bad shout. Dave Keating comments, "Can't see anyone wanting to be interim manager," says Dave Keating. Well, it may be if they've got something to go into afterwards. If they're offered an opportunity, and let's face it, they'll be offered a lot of money as well. But somebody like Ralph Rangnick, you know, if he was to come in and be given an opportunity in the in an interim role just until the end of the season, maybe if he did really well in the job, they might actually keep him. Or even if they do want to appoint somebody else in the summer when it's more appropriate and they can actually get somebody in that they want long term, he can step into some sort of sporting technical role at the club, because he's done that previously for, you know, RB Leipzig, and he's shown that ability to grow overall, you know, the overall footballing profile of a football club massively and stuff in his history. So they might do something like that. Or you could see somebody that's got an affiliation with Manchester United just come in and do something for a short-term spell, such as we talked about Laurent Blanc. So in terms of an interim manager until the end of the season, I could see it happening. If the right man isn't available right now and they just don't really want to commit to somebody that's not really around, but they've got a few people waiting who, you know, could do a good job temporarily, then I could see them doing that and appointing somebody permanent in the summer. Mans Ahmed thinks that Ralph interim and Ten Hag in the summer, please. There you go. You see, Ten Hag in the summer could happen. Thank you, Mike. So who's my choice for manager, you asked me? Sorry. Yeah, who's my first choice for manager? In all honesty, it's not looking that likely, but I would love to see Zinedine Zidane given the nod. He's got experience winning the Champions League a few years in a row. He's already managed people like Ronaldo and Rafael Varane. Yes, he doesn't have experience in any other leagues, but you can only sort of base it on what he's done, and it's been impressive, to say the least. So it's a little bit of a punt, but it's not that much of a punt. Also, what I like about him is it's Zinedine Zidane. It is Zinedine Zidane. Like, he can command respect. He can get people playing a certain way quickly because he's just Zinedine Zidane. Everybody will listen to that guy when he steps into the dressing room, and he might be able to get the best out of people like Paul Pogba as well. That's also possible. He's got that French connection. There's talking, you know, doesn't speak a lick of English really, but managers have come in before, and you can have translators. You can learn on the job. You know, it's not exactly the biggest problem in the world these days when football's very, very, you know, multicultural, multi-language anyway. So I just don't really see that being much of a problem. That's who I'd like to go for, because I think he's a big name and a big manager in terms of a CV, what he's done. I still believe there's nobody ideal. There's no ideal candidate currently available for United who, you know, is perfect for the job. But he's a good shout at the very least. Big God Bob, thank you very much here for getting your £2 super chat in, lad. He says, hope Harry gets double vaccinated, one in each ball. Crikey. Well, he definitely needs, I hope he gets something else. I hope he gets a bollock enlargement surgery, personally, Big God Bob, because he's got a couple of tiny little danglers, my friends. Has to be said. Has to be said, my friend. Big God Bob, it's like a couple of fucking peanut M&Ms down there, sir. In my opinion, he's got to step up. He's got to learn how to be a proper fighter for the club and hold his head together better. And I know it's a big slab, just to hold it upright is difficult, but I mean inside. He's got to be a lot more cool, a lot more calm and collected. He's made far too many errors. He's made silly errors like that one yesterday, getting sent off and costing us the game. Can't be doing that as a United player. Do you know what? In all honesty, I've seen enough from him to say that I want him gone from the club. I don't even want to see him get another chance with a new manager because he's been part of Ollie's downfall. He's been part of United's downfall, a big part of it. And he himself is just individually not been good enough. He's brilliant against fucking San Marino, but when you actually put him against any half-decent team, he seems to crumble job it. Pretty much just like Phil Jones. I mean, it is like a confidence thing, obviously, with defenders and goalkeepers. It's that sort of, it's a confidence position. But still, man, sort yourself out. Nowhere near good enough. Literally whole City standards, this man. Whole City standards, this man, this season. And not that much better last season. I mean, he was good last season. He was consistent last season. Much better than this season. Still made a lot of errors. But this season's next level guff. Thank you, Big God Bob. Maguire out, says Adfilling Skills. Let's get one of those in there. Hashtag Maguire out. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And I fully wholeheartedly agree with that. I know I'm not even sure if the guy's trying, mate. It didn't even seem like he's trying that hard for Manchester United this season. Posting pictures on Instagram, smiling after getting the manager the sack and costing your team a game. Man, this guy is no captain of Manchester United. What about Villa for manager, says Andrew. Villa? What about Villa for manager? Villa? Who's Villa? Villa? Who's Villa? Eric Sean says, Paul Scholes has management experience. Eric Sean, I mean, come on, let's be fair now. He's not really good for the job either. As much as I love Scholes, there's no history there to say that he'd be the man. Hashtag Maguire out, says Batman Night Fan and Adfilling Skills and Arsenal Manic. Yes, get in there. Did he say anything sweaty? I loved it, says just for YouTube. I don't know. Lindelof and Jones is better, and that's saying something, says Sir Paul Scholes. Yeah, Solskjaer also was the guy that selected Maguire this season. I mean, you've seen that post from Slabby himself. He literally says, thank you, boss. You're the guy that brought me into the club. And he's the one that gave him the captaincy. And Solskjaer's the one that selected him week to week, regardless of performances. So, he was also part of his own downfall. Solskjaer obviously made his own bed and he laid in it. But Slabby was awful for him. There's no doubt about it. And I'm disgusted by Slabbington Maguire's influence here. Michael Carrick, we know that. Michael Carrick is obviously going to be taking an interim charge. Well, not interim charge, but temporary charge of Man United until we can get an interim manager in, it seems. No more ex-players, says Jay. Right, guys, let me just get into the rest of the chat here. Hey there, Savu Lon, one of the channel member legends. How you doing there? Good to see you. Also, Rupert Meadow, what's good? Comments and says, I wish there was someone like Tuchel. Chelsea was so lucky to get him. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to eat a bit of humble pie on that one. I wasn't too worried about when Tuchel went to Chelsea because I was sort of basing it on what he'd done at PSG before. Which, that season wasn't that great, was it? But he obviously went into Chelsea, turned their fortunes around, won the fucking Champions League, and now has got them top of the league. He's obviously done great. So I have to eat a little bit of humble pie on that one because I didn't really see him doing as well as he has done. But he has done, and a lot of people did call it, to be fair, in the live chat. I remember a few people getting in here and saying it, but... Yeah, but unfortunately, it's that he's not available. He's gone to Chelsea. Unfortunately, Klopp and Pep, they're at those clubs. They've got great managers. They're all settled. We're in a period of change again. It's horrible, isn't it? We don't know who's coming. We don't know the uncertainty. It's just shocking, man. Hey, we got 260 of you legends in here right now. Almost at 150 likes. Oh, we got 114, actually. We could do better than that. Smash that like button, lads and lasses. Give it a cheeky little Kung Fu Cantonade kick. It's free. It boosts us up on the YouTube algo. Helps us compete with some of the clickbait melters, etc. So please hit that thumbs up and show your support for the channel. Let's be having you. My name is Latin. It's getting pretty big, that, isn't it? This man bunnage thing at the end. It's pretty. My name is Latin. Anyway, Ronald Coman, says Ken Waller. FIFA tonight, yes, indeed, Connor Matthews. I'm going to have to maybe take it a bit easy later, though. My throat is really quite ruined. But yes, I'm going to do FIFA tonight. We haven't done it all weekend. I've been melting for various different reasons, illness and whiskey and stuff. But we definitely will be on there tonight as well, doing a FIFA stream. So make sure you tune in for that later on. Murphy's Law, what's going on? Says, hi, Piggy. Have you seen Ollie's last interview? It was tough to watch, and all what happened aside, he will always be a legend. Great comment, Murphy's Law. It was, wasn't it? I teared up myself, mate. I got a lump in my throat. It was very tough to watch. He clearly loves the football club. He's given everything like he said to this football club. Let's get some hashtag 20 legends and love hearts in there for the man. Solskjaer's gone, but he won't be forgotten. There has been good memories as him as United manager. You know, the wins over Pep Guardiola, smashing up Frank Lampard, buffing Jose Mourinho's head, beating PSG in their own backyard. All the rest of it, it wasn't all bad, guys. He definitely had a really good run of it, and he set this squad up to be in a good place. Like, we have good players in this squad. He has done well. He said he's left it in a better place than when he got it, and he's absolutely bang on right. Massive love to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Also, you know, look, he's got respect to certain people. I mean, he did do well against Pep Guardiola by and large. I know that 5-0 drubbing the other day was a fucking shocker. Whatever the score was, I got it mixed up with the fucking Liverpool Gash one, but, you know, whatever the score was, that City dross. You know, Pep Guardiola said this on Solskjaer today. He said, I wish him all the best. It was a pleasure to play him. He beat me more than I wanted, you know, which is true. You know, he did do well against Pep Guardiola overall. So I definitely think that, you know, Solskjaer did a decent job. He did a good job. But he's just a little bit too short for that upper echelon manager that we need. Oh, but bless him, man. I did see the interview. Very sad, and it did bring a tear to the eye, my friend. It did bring a tear to the eye. Can I pass on Pochettino or Ten Hag, Pig? You can, Charlie Anthony, and I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. I'm uninspired by them also, mate. I really am. I think that United need to get a little bit more ambitious with the manager that we're going for. Somebody who's a big name with a big CV is what we sort of need, in my opinion. Listen, who really knows? Maybe Ten Hag could come in and establish a philosophy and be a great long-term pick for us, but it's a big step up from Ajax, to be honest, coming to United. Prakash Kumar says, Wayne Rooney, I just can't see him getting anything out of this team right now, mate. I mean, he's years younger than Ronaldo, and he's just a little bit, lads, I just would like you to go out there and play football. Yeah, I don't know about Wayne Rooney. Man United, Hodge, lad, thank you for the $2 Aussie dollar super chat. He says, big up to you, mate. Been a tough few weeks. Hey, thank you so much, Man United Hodge. It has. Shout out to all the legends getting in here from Oz. Man United Hodge, yes, mate. What can I say, my friend? Terrible couple of weeks. Awful. We should have probably got rid of him, you know, just at the start of the international break. In hindsight, it's easy to say that, but in hindsight, that probably should have happened because we just wasted a couple of weeks when we could have done a lot of this sort of stuff that we have to do now while the games are being played. Like, we could have sorted this out in the international break, got somebody in to just settle in, have a week or two, get to know the players, get to know the trade, you know, do a bit of work in training, just a few days. But instead, we didn't do that. Instead, we just kept with Solskjaer, and then he has obviously got battered to Watford, and we've lost. And then he's got sacked. But what it does mean now is we've got Carrick in charge until we can find somebody else to come in. So in a way, it's like we're almost worse off, I think. I think we're almost worse off. They've sort of scapegoated Ollie to a degree in the sense that they've only sacked him and not anybody else. And we've just got everybody else who contributed to that mess to begin with, who were clearly not doing their jobs in terms of a coaching capacity either to get our players playing so shite as well. It's not just Ollie, he's the manager overseeing everything, but his coaching staff, the ones working directly with the players to coach them and actually get them playing a certain way. So that doesn't inspire me that they can change anything around. All it is now we've got really a weakened coaching staff going into the next couple of games until we appoint somebody properly. Michael Carrick, who the fuck is that guy in terms of management? I love Michael Carrick as a player. Don't get me wrong. A fucking nice guy, great player for United, absolute Mr. Consistent. But as a manager, not proven at all. So he's coming for a couple of games now to oversee it. We've got Villarreal, we've got Chelsea. We got Villarreal and Chelsea coming up. If we don't win that Villarreal game, we could be in the mud out of the Champions League. If we don't get the job done against Chelsea, we could be 15 points behind first place. So these are some heavy games for Michael Carrick to come in and oversee, if you ask me right now. Terrible planning, terrible decisions by Man United. In a way, I would have rather they just kept Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for a couple more fucking weeks and got appointed somebody properly, rather than just got him in here now, you know, got Carrick in now to oversee. It doesn't really add up to me. It really is a stupid decision by the club. Vincent Bullock says, pig, Ollie sacking was a publicity stunt. No, they've put even Sean New has no experience of managing as the second inch manager to do the job temporary. No idea what you just said, Vincent Bullock, but thank you so much for getting in here with your comment. Hader says, hopefully Carrick, Phelan and McKenna go after a couple of games and we bring in a proper coach and backroom staff. Until then, we will see the same crap. I totally agree with you, Hader. So check this out. So we have got here information from Rob Dawson from ESPN says this. He says, Kieran McKenna played a significant role in training and team selection and often gave team talks instead of Solskjaer on the evening before games. One former United defender was convinced he wasn't being picked simply because McKenna doesn't like me. So, sounds, who knows who that is, but it seems like McKenna, had a big influence. He's still there. Obviously, Michael Carrick. So what have they really changed? They got rid of the nicest guy of the bunch, who is, obviously the face of the management team. He's the main manager. Essentially, though, nothing much has changed here. They've just got the same coaching staff, and it's probably going to be very similar for the next couple of games, you would think. So very, very disgusted with the whole setup, to be fair. Right, I've got a bunch more to get into. So Samuel Luckhurst said that Solskjaer was emotional at the end of the interview. When Solskjaer arrived at Carrington this morning, he asked someone how they were, and they were taken aback by how cheerful he was. Legendary status was never in jeopardy. The good times comfortably outweigh the bad. Spot on. Let's just get some more love hearts and 20 legends in there for Ollie. Can't really discount what he's done for this football club overall. The guy's done bits for us, and as he rightfully says in his interview, he gave everything for the club, and he's also left this squad in a better position than when he took it over. That is all 100% true. Oh, Harry Maguire sickens me to the core. He really does. He really sickens me to the core. So Solskjaer wanted to do that final interview, by the way, and say goodbye to the fans, say goodbye to everyone. That was his choice, by the way. I think that's very big of him, really, because it must have been hard to do that interview. I mean, he welled up and nearly started crying himself, Like, he got emotional, and it must have been hard for him to do that. He's obviously loves this club and given everything to this club. You can just see, when looking in his eyes, how much sort of passion he's got for this football club and how much love he has for the club and how much he truly gave to the job. Much more than basically any manager that we've ever had. Much more in terms of just like investment emotionally. The guy's a fucking legend, man. So there you go. Eric Ten Hag, when asked about it as well, he said, my focus is on Ajax, the rest only distracts. It's a weird question. I heard nothing about it, so I can't think about it. That is what Ten Hag has said when asked about it today as well. So that's the update on Ten Hag. He just doesn't know anything about it at the moment. Pochettino is keen on taking over at Manchester United manager. This is what's being reported as well. The PSG coach has told friends that he would be interested in taking over Old Trafford. I mean, this is obviously speculative sources, but Pochettino is supposedly interested in coming. Sky Sports have it on there that Pochettino would be the number one target for United in the summer, which I think is pretty gash. But that is what they're reporting anyway. So Pochettino, it could happen. His report as well, Mauricio Pochettino would be open to a move should Man United make a formal approach. Pochettino has a good relationship with Sir Alex Ferguson, which could be key in him making any decision to leave PSG. So yes, there is supposedly a lot of interest from United there for Pochettino. And the Telegraph, James Ducker reporting that Mauricio Pochettino would be open to managing United next summer following Solskjaer's sacking should he leave Paris Saint-Germain. There you go. I don't want him. Let me know, do you? Guys, I'm just going to ask you yes or no. Would you like Mauricio Pochettino to be next Manchester United manager, next permanent Manchester United manager? Yes or no? Would you want Mauricio Pochettino to be next Manchester United manager? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the live chat, which I'm going to get into now, lads and lasses. That's basically all the latest news. Obviously, Solskjaer's farewell interview. Poch links with the club. Ten Hag links with the club. There's also loads of other managers linked with the club. Lots of no's getting in here. Stephen Chan, Murphy, Connor, Charlie, Getbean, all say no. No, says Charlie. No, says Scujo. No, says Lino. Wow, okay, well, there you go then. Josh Lee says yes. Okay, I can see Josh Lee's changed his name to hashtag Poch in or Ten Hag in. Fair play, lad. So you're quite keen on Poch or Ten Hag. Most people saying no. Stefan Antonio says yes. I mean, let's just play devil's advocate here for a second. I don't want Poch. You heard my opinions on him. I don't think he's won all that much. He hasn't won really anything other than some French Farmers Cup. It's not really for me. You know, I look at the teams he's built. They're good teams, but he's still lacking in that final ability to win things, which is what we need. We need results, really, at this football club. So that's why I don't like him. But let's play devil's advocate. If you actually look what he did at Southampton and Tottenham, he's got the proven Premier League experience. You know, he is a sort of younger, proactive manager. His team at Tottenham, to be fair to them, played nice football. You know, he's got to have a big hand in the development of players like Harry Kane and Son Heung-min. These are all great players that he's had a massive hand in the development of. So, you know, fair play to him. He's definitely a good manager. I'm not saying he's not a good manager. I just think he's not a great one. That's why I don't want him, because he's not a right fit for Manchester United. We're looking for greatness right now, and he's just giving us mediocrity. Poch plays excellent football. Yeah, fair play, Batman Knight fan. Decent football. I agree with you. Good football at Spurs. Yeah, like the style. Didn't win anything, though. Did not win anything. Had a great squad. Did not win anything. Bit concerning, isn't it? Rooney would be the best choice as Eric. No chance. Hakeem Gamer says, how many matches will Carrick manage? Probably just the 2, I think. We've obviously got Villarreal and then Chelsea coming up in the league. It's possible that he could be managing both of those, maybe just the Villarreal one. The statement from the club earlier did say Carrick will take charge of the forthcoming games. So I'm expecting a couple of games, but you just don't know. Depends how quickly they can move and get in a suitable interim or a permanent manager in. Any German manager or Ten Hag, says Lino da Silva. Rupert Meadow comments Lukaku is back. Get your thoughts and opinions in now, guys. I'm going to do the Q&A here. We've got a Q&A session. Get anything you want to say in the live chat here. That's the latest news. Solskjaer's farewell, Pochettino links, Ten Hag links, all the rest of them links. Get in here. Smash the like on the video. Hit the subscribe button if it's your first time here. Get involved with the community here. You only need to be subscribed for 1 minute to get involved in the live chat here. It's to stop trolls. So get yourself in here in the live chat and also subscribe and all that stuff. Nice one. You think he's going to leave Mbappe, Messi and Neymar for McFred, says Logan Wolfen. It's a fair point. But listen, you say that, but how boring must it be playing with those players in that league? Like, yeah, okay. He hasn't even won the league over there yet. Maybe he wants to do that first, which is why we're talking about it in the summer. But mustn't it be a bit boring going in there? It's like, I don't know. It's like if Mike Tyson was just up against a bunch of flyweights, or Lewis Hamilton popping down the local Asda to do laps in his fucking McLaren against fucking Citroen Saxos. That's sort of what it feels like to me. With Pochettino in League One with PSG. It's like, it's just boring. You're just clearly better than everybody else. You got Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, all the rest of them, and you're up against a bunch of pitchfork-wielding farmers. So, isn't that a little bit boring? I think that's boring, guys. You know, who cares about the French league? No disrespect. It's a decent league. You know, they produce some good teams. PSG are definitely a top Galactico team. Of course they are. But what about the rest of it? It's just boring. There's no accolades over there. Lionel Messi's thrown his end of his career away over there, man. He's gone to a farmers league where he will score farmer goals and be remembered as just going off to the glue factory, in my opinion, at the end of his career, which is a shame because if you look at what Ronaldo's done, yeah, okay, Ronaldo's struggling at United because United are struggling, but at least he's come to a proper league, to a proper team where there's competition and it's really still the top tier of domestic football. You know, not the Farmers League where there's only one team that can win it. So if I was Pochettino, once I've won it, and if there is an offer from Man United, you know, which is a great league, he knows all about the club, he knows all about the league, I would be interested, more so than staying in that Farmers League. It's a cushy job, there's loads of money there, you can buy whoever you want, but it's so bloody boring, isn't it? It's so boring. What's the point of going to smash up Nimes 5-0 with Messi and Mbappe? Going to fucking Angiers and doing them 6-1, you know, and then just like, it's just really boring, man. Right, let's have a look at this. Rush Mano, thank you very much for getting in here. Let's take a look at this. Solskjaer, this is from the Times. Solskjaer today said that the Manchester United squad that they must trust themselves and urge them to realise their potential during an emotional address to players and staff. One staff member present described it as a sad farewell. Oh man, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reaching out and touching people's hearts, man. That's all I can say about him. So here we have an update from The Sun as well. I mean, always take this with a massive pinch of salt, but still, there is an update from The Sun that Brendan Rodgers has been approached by Manchester United, has been contacted by United. It's probably BS from The Sun, but that's what The Sun are reporting this evening, guys, that Brendan Rodgers has been contacted by Manchester United. Now, in my opinion, that is... it's not really that realistic. He's obviously at Leicester mid-season right now. I would say he's actually having a bit of a nightmare, though, isn't he? They're in like 12th position in the league. He's really not doing well. I definitely don't want him to be United manager. He's an ex-Liverpool melt, and I think he's just proven this season that he's not that great again. You know, his team aren't playing great. They got battered by Chelsea. I don't know if you watched that game. They dominated Leicester. And, you know, I just don't... And he's got a good set of players. He's failed to get Champions League football last couple of years. It's the most uninspiring one. Out of all of the possible people that we could put in, Pochettino, Rangnick, Ten Hag, Zidane, anyone, Rodgers would be the worst for me. I don't want Rodgers at the football club. I would be very disappointed if they gave him the chance. And to be fair, you know, Leicester might be open to it. There's supposedly about £8 million in compensation that Manchester United would have to pay to Leicester City to get him, if that was to be the case. They might be open to it. He's having a bit of a stinker this season so far. But for us to go and get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, only to go and appoint a manager who finished below Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the last 2 seasons and is currently below Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the table in the mud with his own team, would be nothing short of absolutely ridiculous, wouldn't it? You can't go and get Brendan Rodgers now. But apparently Brendan Rodgers is, you know, on the short list of managers that United are interested in. Here's some more information as well on Brendan Rodgers here. Rodgers has a clause in his contract letting him speak to certain clubs, apparently. This is also reported by The Sun. Don't know if that's true. I mean, to me, he's a Northern Irish Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, just with more experience under his belt. Yeah, he's won an FA Cup. Yeah, he's won some things in Scotland. That don't impress me much. He's just basically just a bang average manager over a longer period. That's all he is, really. I don't want him. I don't want him. I hope you don't either. Hashtag no. Hashtag just say no to Brenda. Hashtag no to Brenda. In the live chat, everybody. Right. Won the cup last year. Yeah, he did win the FA Cup, Logan Wolfen. Yeah, you're right about that. He did. Also finished, 5th and 5th? Gashed, mate. Not good enough in the league. Still a good team. Connor Matthews says we got 151 likes. Thank you, every single one of you guys who smashed the like button on this stream. Do hit the like. Do hit the subscribe if you're new. Thank you very much, Connor. Man United in crisis, getting next move wrong could be fatal, says Dave Keating. Right on, mate. You know, sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. Who's to say that we sack Solskjaer off, appoint somebody who just has an even bigger nightmare at this club? It could happen, man. Honestly, you know, these are key moments. We have to get this right. We got rid of Solskjaer. He's a club legend. He's tried and tried. He's failed. We've got to get this next part right. The next appointment needs to not be rushed. It needs to not be a stupid appointment. It needs to be a very clever appointment with somebody who's proven to be a great manager. We've never got anything good off the Foxes, says Prim. Absolutely, mate. We're still feeling that stench of that slabby, aren't we? Not now, says Brenda, says Stephen Barrow. Wiggy, how you doing, Wiggy? Says hashtag Bacon Brigade. Get in there, my son. Graham Potter, ASAP. Wow, fair play to you, Mr. Mark Coughlin. Okay, he is a good coach. I don't see him stepping up to a huge club like United. Claudia Ranieri over Rodgers, says Luis Velez. Just say no to Brenda's Todger, says Big God Bob. Interesting. That doesn't exist, actually, that one. I don't think that's that legit, actually, that one there, to be honest. Give me a second. Sorry. Right. Okay. Anyway, let me just get into live chat. I'm just going to do a Q&A now. Thank you very much for the updates there. There's something just got lost. That's deleted. Something got deleted there, Rushmano. Something was deleted. Hang on. King Face with a $2 super chat that says, I've made love of every colour in the world. And you? Wow. Fair play to you, King Face. Well, that's beautiful, man. You know, there's a rainbow of love out there, my friend. Charlie Anthony with a £2 super chat says, super chat equals swig for the pig. Charlie Anthony, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Get in there, you legend. Don't do it with whiskey, though, mate. Do it with something a bit weaker. Do it with something a bit weaker. Nice. Okay, so Rushy giving me a report of a source here that Mauricio Pochettino is ready to quit PSG and become United manager now. It's quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, look, I personally don't think he will leave in the middle of the season. You just don't know. I think he does want to win that French league. Maybe if he'd have won it last year, he would have gone. But I personally think he'll stick around until the end of the season, which is why United, Sky Sports and various sources are reporting that Pochettino is probably the man to come in the summer, and that's why United are looking to get an interim manager in now. So I personally think speculation like that is, it's possible maybe we could convince Poch to leave PSG right now, especially if they want to go and get Zidane, and Zidane's keen on PSG, which there are some rumours of that as well. So I'm not ruling it out, but I just think that we're more likely to appoint an interim if Poch is going to take over in the summer, but you just don't know. Okay then, so Steve Johnson, mate, thank you very, very much, Steve Johnson, for getting in here with a $5 super chat, you absolute Canadian legend. He says Rodgers would be a great get. A great get for what? Excuse me? Do you mean a great git? Did you mean G-I-T, like he's a git? Or what? Rodgers would be a great get. Steve Johnson, I totally disagree with you, my friend. Rodgers is in the mud right now. Let me have a look at the league table. I think he's like 12th. Yeah, people go on about this style. Hi, my name's Brendan Rodgers. I've got a wonderful style of play. I'm a great technician and a wonderful human being. Yeah, also you're in 12th place, mate. You're in 12th place, mate, below Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side with a goal difference of -5. Didn't qualify for the Champions League last couple of seasons with a good squad. Failed against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the penultimate last game of the season for battle for top 4. Bottle job! Bottle job! He would not be a great get at all. He would be a great get, but he would not be a great get. Sorry to say, not into Brendan Rodgers at all. Fair enough, Steve. I know you've got affiliations there with Scousey Aries, etc. He is an ex-Scouser, which is disgusting to me. I don't even want him in the side just because of that, never mind his actual ability. But in terms of ability, I just don't really rate the guy that highly. I have to say it. Chris Reader reporting there's concern among Manchester United players that little will change because they believe Solskjaer's reliance on the experienced coaching staff is one of the reasons they're in trouble. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, we kept the same coaching staff. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is getting these guys, delegating them to coach the team. So they're going to coach the team in, I guess, a similar sort of way. Unless Carrick and everyone's just going to suddenly go, hey, you know what? Let's completely change this and do this totally differently. In which case, you twats, Keith McKenna and Carrick, and you guys should have been advising Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to do the same thing and doing it yourselves anyway. Previously. So, yeah. I mean, obviously the final say is from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but seriously, if it's just going to be more of the same, isn't it? Yeah, okay, interesting. So other reports coming out that it's understood that Pochettino is prepared to leave PSG now because he's unhappy in Paris. So that is quite interesting. I mean, if Poch was available right now, I guess he would be a better appointment than some of the other ones that we've been talking about. Like, I definitely would rather Poch than Rodgers. I still don't want Poch. I still do not want Poch because he's not won anything of note for me. And I don't want him based on that. But you still have to say his Tottenham side played decent football. He built a good squad there. He was impressive at Southampton too, in which got him the Spurs job. You know, he's got some Premier League experience there. He's good. He could maybe go on and win some things, but it's just not proven enough for me. Whereas Brendan Rodgers, I think, has had a long career, has showed that he's not quite good enough to get those major trophies won for the big teams. And, you know, that is a big issue for me. He's done it, obviously, FA Cup with Leicester, and some stuff in Scotland. Oh, my goodness me. Right then. Okay, lads and lasses. Right, that's the latest news. That is the latest news. We're going to leave it there for the latest news. But thank you, everybody, getting in here. We're going to have a Q&A now for a few minutes. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Smash a like on the video. Let's get this video to 200 likes. We've got FIFA coming later on the channel also. I'm going to stick around for 5-10 minutes now, have a bit of a Q&A with you legends. So come and have your say in the live chat. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you want? Who do you want next as United manager, guys? Zinedine Zidane for me. But seems like maybe Poch might be high up the list. Poch is good. He is good, banana grapes. He is good. He's a good manager. Just bang average and uninspiring, though. He's the Argentinian Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He really is. Well, he's not, actually. He's not. I mean, his Spurs side did actually play really nice football. They did play nice football. They were quite impressive along the way. Rushy says we got 165 likes. Get in. Rodgers smashed United, says Paul Porter. Yeah, when though? Okay, the other day, but how's about the end of the game last season when we had to play them to see who got top four and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer beat him? How's about the previous season when Rodgers finished below Manchester United and in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? How's about the fact that they're below Manchester United right now in the Premier League? We can't go and appoint somebody that's actually worse than what we just sacked off. Makes no sense. Yeah, John O'Denton, you're right. Shame on the players, man. A lot of these players are a disgrace, to be fair. Rush Mano says we got 48.2k subs. Come on, get in there, my son. Let's be having you. Thank you, everyone who's hit the subscribe button on the channel, guys. Recently, if you're new around here or if you're a long-time subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the show and subscribing. If you're not subscribed, it's free. Hit the red subscribe button. There's also a little bell icon that looks like Luis Suarez's face. Click that. That'll give you a notification when we post. You want Zidane's wife, says Robert Zerzies. United have a better team, says Paul Porter. Only now. I think if you look at Leicester City's team 2 seasons ago, when Solskjaer finished above Rodgers and Solskjaer finished third, I don't think we did have a better team than Leicester. I mean, Leicester won the FA Cup, didn't they? So they got a good team to do that. You can't have it both ways. Maradona's available, says Lino De Silva. Steve Johnson says Rodgers did more with less, while Ollie did less with more. Well, yes, a fair point, Steve Johnson. They definitely haven't spent as much as, Manchester United only going to Solskjaer. That's a fair point, but still not to the standard that was required of him, in my opinion. Thank you, Batman Knight fan. I appreciate that, my man. Big God Bob says United, an example of some change can be worse than no change. We are now worse off. In the short term, until somebody with a clear vision and somebody who's a big manager, if they can appoint the right person, in the short term, I think we are worse off, Big God Bob. We just got Carrick in charge instead. Carrick at the wheel. Thank you, ZX Flame says 50k soon. Let's hope so, my friend. Let's hope so. That'll be an amazing milestone to get to, man. We're hoping by the end of the year, if you're new, guys, hit the subscribe because we're hoping by the end of the year we'll get to 50k, baby. Dana, 50 G's, baby. 3 people died making this salad gal pocket watch. Pigs speak to the universe, so we get Zidane. Supranational Pasha, ready? Zinedine Zidane. There's talk of the Sevilla manager. Yes, I heard that, Chai Man, actually. Yeah, what's his name? Lopetegui or something? Yeah, Sevilla manager. Won the Europa League last season. These 2020 season. Whatever. Listen, this is decent, but it's not a great, big enough name for Manchester United again. You see, I've heard that as well. We're basically linked to about 8 different managers right now. Let me just have a look at Odds Checker, just to see. Earlier when I looked, Zidane was the #1 favourite to succeed Manchester United manager. So let me go Man United next manager odds. Just get this up, have a quick look. So Odds Checker right now, the most favourite manager to take over permanently, it has changed. Michael Carrick, next permanent manager betting odds. Michael Carrick is the shortest odds now. Zidane is still second though, which fills with a bit of confidence. I would love it if we go and get Zinedine Zidane out of all this, because he's got that proven winners record. He's such a big name. He could command the instant respect from the dressing room, I think. He's my choice as Zinedine Zidane. I really hope the club can pull that off, actually. That'd be great. But Carrick now, because he's got the job in a short-term capacity, obviously if he does well in that job, you've seen from what United have done previously with Ole Gunnar when he did well in an interim capacity, they might just stick with Michael Carrick to end of the season. So Michael Carrick is now a favourite to take over. The third favourite behind Carrick and Zidane is Brendan Rodgers at this moment in time at 7-2. And Eric Ten Hag as well in 4th place with Pochettino in 5th place. This is an odds checker. So Sky Sports reporting that we're most keen on Pochettino in the summer, but the next Manchester United manager more favoured apparently to be Carrick, Zidane or Rodgers. Crikey. We're in for a shitstorm this season, guys. We really are. We're in for a shitstorm, I think. Sometimes I think it's almost a case of cutting off your nose to spite your face with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Manchester United here. We've got rid of him to scapegoat him, essentially, kept all the rest of the rotting, festering coaching staff there, and not even had an exit strategy, not even got the right person lined up to come in. It's an absolute farce, man. Yeah, Stefan says, really? Carrick, laughing stock of a board. Robin Corkman says, Zidane will fail here. I could see it happening as well. I mean, I'm just basing it on what he's done at Real. That's all we can base it on. But in the Prem, it's a different animal. It's a totally different league. It's so harder. And also just like getting this team performing at this moment in time when they're so bad is a tough ask for anyone. Yes, oh dear no, says Stephen Barrow. Click on view all odds, they're different odds. Oh, okay, let's have a look. Are you sure? Let's have a look at this. No, this is the correct odds. Yeah, no, that is the correct odds. So yes, look, Pochettino, here we go. Here's the actual numbers. So there's others as well. Pochettino is 10-1. Rodgers is 7-1. Zinedine Zidane 6-1. Steve Bruce is 100-1. Antonio Conte is still 66-1. How ridiculous is that? He got a win today, by the way, for Tottenham after being a goal down. Conte, you know, I'm still not bothered that we haven't got him, to be fair, but I can't believe he's still 66-1. That is quite funny. He's just gone, nah, do you know what? Spurs, fuck that. I'm going to join Manchester United now. That would be hilarious. But anyway, no. We don't want Antonio Conte at the club either. It's not right stylistically for the club, I don't think. Zidane is the only man for the job, says Genlo. Quiroz as interim. Carlos Quiroz would be a good shout, Chai Man. Yeah, what's he up to these days, mate? Isn't he managing like in Qatar or somewhere? Or I can't even remember now. Egypt? I don't know. He's somewhere. He's somewhere, though. What about Julian Nagelsmann? He's busy, though, Mark Hoffman. That's the problem with that one. You're annoyed we didn't get him. Baller, says Josh Lee. And I think a lot of people are regretting Conte wasn't at the club now. Steve Bruce knows the club, says Bond Servant. He does, but we also know Steve Bruce. And he's not proven to be a top-tier manager. He has got experience for days, but he's always sort of managed those lower Premier League sides and sort of struggled with them. You know, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be amazing if Steve Bruce got the job and just absolutely ran with it and made it a huge success. You know, it'd be pretty impressive. Charlie Anthony says, Pig, would you take Unai Emery as Man United manager? Would I take Unai Emery as Man United manager? The answer to that, my friend, is no. I wouldn't want to do that personally. No disrespect, but he's an ex-Arsenal melt. And he is a good coach, though. Listen, I'm just going to say no, personally. I'm not too keen on it. Conte will clash with Levy. Trust me, says Batman Knight fan. Rafa Benitez, says Angus Gallagher. I mean, he's got the experience, but again, ex-Liverpool melt. That rules him out for me. Good evening there, Connor Matthews. Guys, thank you so much, everyone who's in here. I'll stick around for a few more minutes. Have your say, have your final thoughts. Get in Jerry's final thought in the live chat here with your opinions and thoughts about who we should get in. And we'll just get into it and we'll chew the fat for a few more minutes. But also hit the like. We're nearly at 200 likes. Let's see if we can smash 200 likes. Let's have a cheeky little bacon brigade like spike. And also get involved for the last few minutes of the stream. Montreal MUFC, what's going on, says, I would take Casey Stoney as interim if she can kick a few players in the nuts. She did well with our women's team. If she can kick them in the nuts, maybe. But, I mean, again, you're asking somebody to come in who's been managing the women's game to managing the men's game. It's a big fucking ask because it is a totally different realm. No disrespect, it's the same sport, but it's just a bit different, isn't it? She doesn't have that experience necessarily there. Not that she couldn't be a good coach, just saying, you know, that is a gamble, mate. Manager update. Let's have a look at this from Rushmano then. Thank you very much, Rushy, for getting in here with some more updates. Let's check this out. Okay, so we got some more sources here. Chris Wheeler reporting that Pochettino ready to quit PSG and join Manchester United now. Poch wants United job. Samuel Luckhurst reporting next permanent manager still inherits a good squad. Cavani, Mata, Lingard, Pogba will probably go next year. Yeah, absolutely. So Pochettino still, you know, there's still some possibilities that he might be coming, you know, very, very, very soon. Very soon, but in my opinion, probably be end of the season if that is to be the case. Just because he's in the middle of a season at PSG. But if he's unhappy in Paris, which is being reported far and wide, I mean, the Mail, which you can basically wipe your ass with, but the Mail tonight reporting that Poch is ready to quit PSG and become Manchester United manager now, with the former Spurs boss unhappy in Paris as his family is still based in London. So Chris Wheeler from the Mail reporting that. But, you know, take it with a pinch of salt, guys. That is speculation. That is speculation. But, hey, who knows? Maybe he is unhappy in Paris and maybe he would take the United job. It is a possibility. Also, PSG have got some links to other managers that they understood to be keen on after Poch, should he go. So there is something to that, maybe. I still think more likely in the summer if we're going to get Poch in. Mike Resell says Roberto Martinez. Thank you, Vegeta Principa, says Piggy for coach of Manchester United. I would take Ten Hag over anyone. I feel like he would bring a good CDM form, says Playboy. Ten Hag underpins an absolute philosophy throughout the entire club and youth academy. A high potential coach like him deserves a chance. Yeah, slightly startled, Steve. Good to see you, by the way. But you know what? There's a big difference. You sort of have to do that at Ajax. They get the pick of the bunch of the youth players from Holland, and they've got to obviously develop their players, and that's the system. They've got a limited league there because the Dutch league only has so high of a ceiling, right? And so they're always limited there. They lose a lot of their best players every now and then as well. It's that kind of a club. It's a youth development club. So yes, that is true, and it definitely is something that United should be doing more of. Like, we should all be about producing our own talents and having that whole philosophy of the United way of blood in the next generation. So I do like that, and I do like the style, and I do like the philosophy that he has, the Dutch total football as well. It'd be great to play that sort of way. But it is still a big step up from Ajax to United. That's all I'd say. Ria says Ten Hag. Playboy says Ten Hag. Stephen says, I think it's going to be Poch. Zidane want PSG. Kelly Brooker's interim, says Batman Night Fan. Hello, Piggy. Today was my 17th birthday. Alex Philbin, let's get some birthday cakes in there. Happy birthday, Alex, lad. Many happy returns to you. Hope you had a great day, other than obviously what's happened with United and the situation we're in. Cantonar 7 says, I do think Poch will be our manager, but not until the summer. I think our interim manager would be Bruce. Nice one. I could see maybe our interim manager being Rangnick, and I could see Pochettino coming in the summer. John Anderson says, I would take the pig. Thank you very much. You take Roy Keane to the end of the season. Give it Keano to end of the season. He got the job at a technicality. I'd be throwing punches at them if I was in their dressing room. I wouldn't let them on the coach. They're an absolute disgrace, man. Yeah, fair enough. Roy Keane would go in there and knock some heads together, that's for sure. Thank you, Rushmano, for all the updates and being a bloody legend. Rushy, appreciate all the updates throughout. Do us a big favour. Smash a thumbs up on the video and subscribe like Rushmano says. And also, go and check out Rushmano's page. Put a link in the live chat on Twitter if you want there, Rushmano. Transfers_UTD on Twitter for transfer updates, etc. Any FIFA tonight, says 21 Nippy. Yes, indeed, sir. In about 45 minutes' time, we'll be back on the channel with a FIFA episode. So make sure you get yourself tuned in. Riyaz says, happy birthday. Get in there, guys. These English boys have slab heads, says King Face. Vincent says, Pig, what if we get a manager from a club that's already gone out of the Champions League? Should he not be allowed to manage us if we qualify for the Champions League in the next round? I don't think it works at all like that, Vincent Bullock, no. It's not like players who are sort of ineligible to play because they've represented another team. As far as I know, actually, Vincent Bullock, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. The next manager mustn't play Fred, says Cantonar 7. We should never see him ever again. Agreed. The next manager has to come in, strip the captaincy off of Slab and drop him. Drop Fred, drop McTominay, make the positive key changes, give players like Donny van der Beek a chance, Jadon Sancho, and get Ronaldo fed. That's all that they really need to do. And if they can do that, then I'm sure it'll be okay. We've got good players. Thank you, Stephen Barris says, thanks, Pig. Great show again. Thank you, Stephen. Robin Cockmax, make a computer manager. It'll pick the players and tactics for each game. Interesting. I like your style. Let's go into the 2021 vibes. Yeah. Thank you, Connor Matthews. Get in there, my son. Denzel says, give it Rooney to end of the season. Mr. NLWT, hello, says, please not Poch. I'm agreed, really. I don't want him either. I want Zidane. I want somebody with those Champions League trophies, baby. Lovely, says 21AP. Get in there, Joe Russell. It's not my birthday, Makato. No, it's not mine. Stefan says, I watched a video with Keano where he said he would be throwing punches. I'd be throwing punches at David De Gea if he was on my team. Thank you, Mark Coughlin. Thank you, ZX Flames. Someone else as well. Batman Night Fan. Johnny, what do we think that Carrick will do to make a change during his interim spell? Nothing. What can he change? He's had a big hand in it himself. The same coaching staff are there. Nothing's going to change until somebody else comes in. Rushy says, Poch seems to be the one. Pochettino, you're the one. You can make us bang average again. Don't want him. He's going to make us bang average. Sukanashal Pasha, those comments explain why you should manage the club. Thank you, Sukanashal. Mr. Miyagi says it's going to be Poch because Zidane will go to PSG. Could happen, yes, that's all. Actually, it's possible. You see the Mail and the Sun reporting this tonight. Sometimes they get it right. Maybe Poch is unhappy in PSG. Maybe Zidane is more keen on going to France and managing PSG than he is United. And maybe his wife's more keen on that. Maybe it's the perfect storm. That could happen. We'll see. If it happens, I'm not too happy about it because I don't really want Poch. Do a poll, says Batman Night Fan. Well, we're actually going to wrap this stream up right here pretty much because I've got to get back on with the FIFA in a little while. Poch is like corn. Mr. Bland, says Rushmano. Absolutely, yeah, you know. And we need a bit of spice at Manchester United. Corn, tofu, fucking soy. He's completely that, isn't he? He's a vegan's dream, is Pochettino, I tell you. But in all fairness, yeah, we need something a bit more meaty at the club, with a bit more of a meaty CV. Oh dear, I love that analogy. Pochettino is corn. Bang average is a step at the moment. Poch won't get us nowhere. Thank you, Ria. He says leave a like. Yes, we're going to wrap this video up then, guys. 246 of you legends in here watching. Still in here. Come back in 45 minutes. We'll be online with some FIFA. We're going to be playing Foot Champs and smashing fools up. So please do come back and get involved for that later. Close to midnight now. It will be about 1:45. So come back and get involved for that if you're a late night owl like me. And we'll have some fun there. We're only 4 likes away from 200. Let's be having you. Smash the like before you go. Make sure you follow us up on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Smash the subscribe, smash the bell. Follow the website, unitedflyinghigh.com for your latest updates and new news coming out. Thank you, Masatashima Noctem as well. At this stage, Pochettino would be manna from heaven. Anyone with a bit of football knowledge is better than the shambles of volley. Well, okay, fair enough. But, you know, be careful what you wish for there, bro, because Pochettino has won very, very little. In the end at Spurs, he lost it and he got sacked off. You know, be careful what you wish for, man. Pochettino is good, but he ain't great. Fair enough. Kingface with a $2 super chat to wrap things up here. He says, what causes a slab head? I want one. I think you have to go to a hospital or a clinic, and I think you have to get it punctured, get your head punctured and inflated with a couple of litres of air, my friend. I think that's basically what causes a slab head. You need to go and get a bloaty head procedure done. Anyway, Record Naldo as well. Yes, indeed, with great Manchester United, both have the best player but bad coaches you can get on the market. Fair play, Record Naldo. Hey, Primots, Rushmano, Gungshi, all the moderators, thank you so much for modding the chat. Murphy's Law, Steve Johnson, absolute bloody legend. All the channel members, thank you for being channel members and supporting this show. Everybody else who's got in the live chat, absolute heroes. Sorry if I missed any of you, but you're all legends. I really appreciate you watching. Murphy's Law, Steve Johnson, Connor, Gungshi, Joe Russell, Stephen Barrow, Bavesh Dabu, Ria, everyone. Yes, FIFA later. Don't worry, Bavesh. FIFA will be on in 45 minutes' time. Come back, see you there. We'll be smashing fools up then. Bye, Stefan Harringtonio, Primo, all the mods. Much love. That's it from the show today. It's been a crazy day. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer he's no longer at the wheel, guys. Tell me, how does it feel? But he's no longer here. He's no longer in charge. An emotional farewell from the lad in his interview. If you haven't seen his interview, go and watch his interview because it is emotional. You'll get a lump in your throat if you love United as much as I do and Ollie does, clearly. So you'll get a lump in the throat. Plus, he's just a fucking legend of this club, man. 20 legend, man. Gone but not forgotten. The end of an era. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is no longer at the wheel. Oh, it's really sad in a lot of ways because I really wanted it to work out. Never, ever have I ever wanted it to work out more for a manager at United. So the fact that it failed, the fact that he's gone in an emotional farewell and everything, man, it's just so sad, isn't it? It's fucking awful. But there you go. Maybe it is for the best. We do need to get a new approach. We do need to start getting the best out of this squad. It is for the best, isn't it? But it's still sad. Gungshi, thank you for a late super chat here with a 330 NT super chat, lad. He says, love to Piggy and the Baker Brigade. Hey, holy shit, Gungshi getting in with a late super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Gungshi. Much love to you too. Shout out to all the Baker Brigade. Get those hashtag Baker Brigades in the live chat to celebrate this amazing community. Because you're right, Gungshi, it's a fucking awesome community here. This is a place for all football fans to come and have your say and get involved and share your passion of United. Thank you, Alex Filmer. Thank you so much, pal. Thank you, Mikato. Also, Sukranational Pasha, Liam Cartwright. Hey, we got a super sticker here from Zain Miyasi. It's all kicking off. You guys won't let me leave, will ya? I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. Here we go, Zain Miyasi, lad, with a pear super sticker, mate, of a flying pear through the sky, lad. Thank you so much there, Zain Miyasi. Come on. Hey. Let's get a super chat emoji in there for these late super chats there. Zain Miyasi, 4-0, lad, 4-0, lad, 4-0, lad. No, fair play, Zain Miyasi. I appreciate you getting in, sir. Honestly, you're an absolute legendary supporter of this channel. Let's be having you, Zain. I'm just wrapping things up now, but thank you very much for the late super chat there, dude. The late pig catches the stream. Viva la FIFA. Come on, big girl Bob. Gungshi with another super chat. An NT170 baby. He says, and love to Ollie. Get those love hearts in there and 20 legends in there for a true legend of this football club. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Never forget. Never forget. No worries, Alex Filmer. Have a wonderful birthday, my friend. Honestly, I'm very pleased for you to be enjoying your birthday today, sir. Fayan says, Poch is better. Ten Hag unproven. Yeah, I mean, in the Premier League, you can't deny that. That's true. Johnny, 20 legends. Yeah, I am wrapping it up. Guys, thank you, Gungshi. Thank you, Zane. Thanks, everyone, at the end. Have a great one. I'll be back in about half an hour, 45 minutes with a FIFA episode. So do keep a lookout for that. And I'll see you in a little bit. Stay classy, everyone. Listen to Big. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you on the next one. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. So get those so emojis in there, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no more. Shout out to all the channel members here. Thanks for supporting the show, guys. Each and every one of you on this list. I need to add a few more people on this list. We need to update it for the month. That'll get done soon. Guys, I'll be back in a bit for FIFA. Have a cracking evening. If not, and I'll see you soon.